Hi, I'm Ron Balicki.
And I'm Diana Lee Inosanto.
Okay, welcome to our trapping tape. We're going to go into Junfeng Gung Fu, or better known as Jeet. It was Bruce Lee's martial art. The thing about trapping, it's really controversial right now. Everybody, like in the whole magazine world, martial art world, they're saying, oh, trapping, it's no good. You know, there's a lot of people out there kind of dissing it a little bit, saying that it's not worth anything, it's going to get you in trouble. And I just feel you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And if you feel that way, it's not going to work for you. But personally, I think that most people, if you look at like the UFC or any of these no-holds-barred fighting matches that go on, I think there's a ton of trapping that goes on. I think everybody from Frank Shamrock to Bas Rutten to Randy Couture is using it. They might not call it trapping, and they might not give it all the names of the drills that we use, but you can rest assured, if he's here and they're there, they're going to lock on, they're going to trap, they're going to manipulate and hit. They're going to sit there and they're going to try to stop that person from getting a glove on them by using a hand immobilizing attack. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen guys here, and they go pat, and they put their hand right back on it. It's a trap. I don't care how crude it is, it's still trapping. Yeah. Okay, so we formalize ours a little bit for training, and we add a structure to it in a drill, and then we drill it, and then we're supposed to like take it outside the drill and use it.
Right.
Okay, so one analogy Dan Inosanto always gave me was...
Which is my daddy.
Which is like jumping rope. He goes, Ron, you jump rope. It gives you an attribute for fighting, but you get in the ring, you're not going to go, come on, want to fight? All right. You got to know what to use out of it. So it gives you an attribute, but it doesn't mean that you use it the way you drill it.
Yeah, you don't force it into a confrontation or into a situation. It comes out with the training, and again, if you are in some sort of confrontation, it's something, it's so ingrained in you that hopefully, if need be, it comes out.
Right. I've used it myself in sparring matches, and I've used it on the ground in wrestling even. So it does have value. I'm going to try to show you the way that I drill it and the way I try to make it a little more realistic for myself. And hopefully you'll get something out of it. So let's get going. Okay, so the first thing I want to go into is called Pak Sao. Pak is slap, Sao means hand. Okay, it's not a pig. It's Sao is in hand. Okay, so Diana and I, we're going to meet hands. This is more for like a beginner. We would put in what they call contact or the bridge. We're just going to cross arms. Nobody fights this way unless you're in a movie called Enter the Dragon. All right, but right now this is what we call reference point. Maybe if I shot this hand in at Diana and her hand came up, this is the reference point we look for. Okay, or if Diana punches me and I block, this is the reference point. So the first one, just from the connection, nobody's going, Diana is going to slap
Trapping
and
the
punch.
hand.
So
Yeah.
Pak means slap, Sao is hand, so slapping hand. All right, Pak Sao, and then the punch we would call Da. So let's say Pak Sao Da, that's it. Now the Da could be, it just means strike. It could be Chung Choi, could be Gua Choi, could be Lao Sing Choi. All these terms, you don't, I mean, if you're really interested, you could delve deeper in it. There's a lot of books, there's a lot of information that you can get right through Century that will give you all that information. All right, so if you go, Pak Sao Da is the first one. I just want you to go with a straight fist for now. Okay, so again, Pak Sao Da. All right, the Pak Sao Da can be reached from connection and non-connection, meaning if my hands, if I'm just up here and I'm ready to fight Diana, she can move in and trap, not from the connection, from the non-connection and go. Good. Or she can move in to the connection like she was going to do and then go. She's going to know what type of person I am by what I do. Sometimes they say throw fan sao, just throw garbage, okay? Right there. So she wants to know what I'm going to do. So they say throw junk. You're like that. You want to see that maybe if she throws, I might back up. If she throws, I might be a front hand blocker. If she throws, I might be a rear hand blocker. You don't know. Maybe I shoulder roll. The whole idea is you want to see what she's going to do and what you're going to do in response to it.
So it's almost like you're baiting them. You're trying to determine exactly where they initially will attack from. Was it from the front arm, the rear arm? Are they going to turn?
Okay, so if she throws and if I block, Pak Sao Da is our first job,
Very basic.
okay? So again, throw it, Pak Sao Da. Now, I can punch and she can just steal it right out of the air. She doesn't have to connect. So if I go here, that's it. So she goes one. Now let me talk about the different areas. If she goes, she can go over the arm and hit to the face. She can go between, we call it split entry.
The difference. Yep.
She can go low to the midsection. Okay, she can go with the back fist also. So she throws, Pak Sao, and she could back fist. It just depends on what you want to do. All right, it could be any hand that you put on there, or any level, or any height. Okay, so she's going to go pak sao da. That's it. That's our first job. Pak sao da, and she punches. The second one that I want her to do is pak sao da from the split entry, right there. So now, if I did it more combatively, she's going to lean out just a little bit because I'm trying to get her face. One, right there. That's it. So then the third one would be the body shot, right there. Third is the body. Now I'm going to make the fourth one actually outside to here. They call us jiao sao sometimes. So when she goes, she's going to punch and loop out right there. So some people might say ridge hand, but we don't do the ridge of our hand. We make it a hook. So when she goes, there. She's trying to bait me this way. See it? To open it. So they go right there. Whoop. And then when I fall for it, she hits here. Right there. Okay? And then, of course, she can do the gua choi. Pak sao gua choi. Okay? That's it. No, pak sao. Yeah, okay. That's it. Pak sao gua choi. Right there. Depending if that's line. If I'm more of a guy who's punching like this, she would have to do the pak sao gua choi. Okay? Because that line, that straight line is going to be a little off for her. So let's review one more time. Pak sao. So over the bridge, under the bridge, into the water. Okay? Jiao sao around the side, and she's going to back fist me right there. That's what I want. So what is that? 5, I believe, right?
Right. So
over,
split the
middle,
difference toward the gut, and
that's it. That's the 5, if you could remember them. Let me do them one time for you. Okay. If you punch, she punches. I could catch it in flight. Pak sao, slapping hand, over the bridge. Let me do that again. Over the bridge. All right, split. So right now, if I feel it's too high and it doesn't make sense to go way over that, I just go right here, and I kind of just lean out, parry, and hit it. So right there, that's split. Then it's going to go low. I hit to the body. Maybe she's got good defense. This hand's here, this hand's a little high. That's open, so I take the midsection. Fourth one, actually, is going to be right here. Maybe she thinks, punch, maybe she thinks I'm going to go here, so block that, and I just fake her and I go around it. That's called jiao sao. Jiao means running hand. So real slow. When I go, this drops and hooks around. Okay, it goes 1 right there. And then the last one, maybe it's a little more square, and I feel like my pak just can't make it. The gua choi can come in. So if I go here, I just gua choi, and the gua choi is the back fist. Okay, so that's the 5 that I want you to know for the pak sao drill, so that we're gonna go into. Okay, you got the pak sao down. Now we're going to move on to lop sao. The lop sao,
starting with the connector.
From the connection, she's going to pull and punch.
With the back fist.
Okay, go again, pull, punch. That's it. It's almost like a car crash the way I look at it. It's like 2 things coming in at each other. She's pulling me in as she's hitting. One more time. There it is. One more time. There. Okay, so now, she doesn't know what I'm going to do. We talked about this already. If she throws that punch, she doesn't know if I'm front hand. She doesn't know if I'm rear hand. She don't know if I'm going to run. She doesn't know. So what she's going to do is, if she feels that connection and she doesn't feel she can get that slap for the pak sao, when she goes, if we're not in position for that, she will pull.
She's too far, and I'll punch.
That's it. So lop sao is pull.
Pull, punch.
Punch. Now, there are 2 schools of thought here. Some people say grab with the thumb, some say don't. I mean, there are pros and cons to everything. I've had some people say, Ron, all right, in my training, this is called tan sao. They'll say, your hand must be here. Others say, no, he's wrong, your hand must be here. Others say, no, it's got to be out for it. It doesn't matter. It all has its purpose, and they all have a reason why it's right and why it's wrong. You just use it, and like I said, what works for you works for you. You don't know what's going to come out of it, but if you defended yourself by using that technique, I guess you're doing something right. So this is the way we look at it. Right now, when she pulls, she's going to hit. So I'm going to do it now. I pull and I hit. Okay, pull, punch. There. I'm going to jerk you a little bit.
Yep.
That's it. So she's going to do it to me. That's it. You want to get that kind of whiplash thing going. Do it. Snap it. Right there. Snap me back. Right there. You see it? I'll get that little flinch in me. That's the idea between for using lop sao. So one more time, lop sao. There. All right, do the punch. Lop sao. That's it. So if she were to punch me and I block, that's it. Or if she were to punch And if I were to use the rear hand, now she would grab underneath it. Do you see that?
I'm wedging up underneath the arm. Don't go on top. We see a lot of people go on top and then they get all tangled up.
The one time you would want to go on top is this, is Diana punches, and maybe I'm more of a hard stylist or a traditional stylist. I block here and I give this whole stem. That would allow her to get the clearing to get that arm through. But if I'm more of a boxer and she goes up and over,
that's where I get tangled up.
Yeah, she's going to get herself in big trouble there, all right? So right now, from the punch, if I block with the rear hand, she
wedge
goes,
up.
and then she's going to pull and hit. Do it again. There. So from the punch, that's it. Punch again. That's it. Do you see it? And she gets that pull on me and the punch. Like I said, it's like a car crash. I'm coming in as she's going out with the punch. Okay, so we can also join the two. She can go for the first one, pak sao to lap sao. Do you see it? Do it again. So she punches, pak sao,
wedge up,
lap sao. Okay, or she can go lap sao, pak sao. That's it. Do you see it one more time? Lap sao, pak sao. Doesn't matter. It could go either way, but you're going to feel the pressure. There's a time when to slap and to pull, and it all depends on the pressure. I talk about this in my book is you have to kill the art to understand it. And what I mean when I say kill the art, it means I have to solidify it. I have to say, all right, Diana, when I slap you, you're going to punch with the rear hand. All right, when she punches with the rear hand, this is called tan sao. I don't want to get into a whole nother lesson, but I just want to explain something to you. This block is called tan sao. This is called biu sao, means finger block, or this is palm up block. Okay? So when I go here and she punches, when do I use this or this? I don't know. It all depends on the pressure she's giving me. Whatever comes out, comes out. And as long as something does come out, you're doing something right. And it's the same thing here. If she does the pak sao to lap sao, it's right. She might go pak sao to pak sao. So yeah, you can do inside. Sorry, I was wrong by pushing it. If she goes one, and if I stay right here, she would go inside because my hand didn't cross that center line. I don't want to confuse you with too much, but right now I'm going to pass center line, and she could wedge through and she can lop, or she can wedge through and she can puck. That's it. You don't know what you're going to use. All right. All you should do is you should get your partner and say, let's isolate it. Right now, pak sao, lap sao, go. And just keep working that. And you're going to go, God, that one didn't feel right. Why didn't it feel right? And you should self-analyze. You should be internal with this and look at it and say, what was different? And if it's different, say, do that again. What should I have done there? Yeah. Oh, maybe I should have went up, and when she goes to come through, oh, maybe lop is right. But now watch, if I go here and I'm not as hard with it, maybe lop isn't the technique to do. Maybe she should slap and punch.
Yeah, you'll feel the energy, particularly if it across the center line.
Right. Now, there's a whole big theory behind center line. I don't want to get into it real deep. I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. Here it comes. Picture a pencil stuck out your chest, okay? Now, wherever you turn, this is what they call the self-center line. Then picture a nail in your head and in my head with a string attached. No matter where we go, that's the mother line, okay? Now, if my center line, my self-center, or Diana's center line, let's say that pencil's sticking out, and if she goes one, and if I push past that pencil,
line.
That's where I violated center line, or I went past center line.
And you'll feel the energy cross that line. That's where it indicates to me to go into a lop.
Okay, but if she goes, and if I stay right here, more like a boxer, punch me. A boxer might go like that. Okay, so if I go here, go from the connection. Now, it wouldn't make sense for her to go here and then move all the way over here to get that. It's too much work. So she would go one and stay right inside. Do you see it? So there's pak sao, and then they say loi, which means inside, and noi is outside. So loi pak sao da. So that's loi pak sao. So if you did noi pak sao da, you'll be outside. Up, that was lap sao. So
oh,
go for, yeah, that's
sorry.
it. It's okay. That's it. Do you see it? So that's the difference between the inside and the outside. But the main thing I want you to get in this, I didn't want to stray too much, was lap sao. So she will pull it. The lop can be done on the front hand, could be done on the rear hand. That's it. She can also do the lop right here. She can twist it and pull that way.
From inside.
It just means pull. Lop is just pull. The important thing is play with it and know when the right time to use it and when the right time not to. Okay, so lap sao. Lap sao, or lap sao inside. That's it, lap sao. All right, now we're going to go into a little bit of drilling. This is called the lap sao cycle. Cycle means we're just cycling it back and forth. Okay, lap sao is pulling hands. So when we go, this is called
fun stuff.
bong sao. The bong sao should be relaxed. It means wing arm or wing hand. Okay, so bong sao, and then this is my chung choi or my punch. Okay, so when she grabs it, or the da, like I said earlier, da just means to strike. So she's going to reach in, she's going to grab. She will pull down, and for drill's sake, we're just going to bang forearms. Later, if I did the lap sao, I would go straight in her face. But right now, I just want to bang forearms together. So she will pull it down.
Pulling down.
My hand goes from a fist to being relaxed, and then my arm comes up. Don't lift with your shoulder. You want to drill the arm forward. If you, right now, even if you put your hand on your shoulder, do it now. Okay. All right. So then you're going to screw the arm out. Now lift it and see what that feels like, or screw it out and see what that feels like. You're going to see that lifting it is a whole lot of work. When you screw it out, you're not working that much. There's a muscle, it's a strap that connects you right here called the, was it teres minor. And a lot of people who do like flies and stuff, they get those shoulder strains and shoulder problems. It's actually the teres minor that they're hurting. It's actually the smallest muscle on your body. My wife says the smallest muscle in my body is my head, my brain, but really it's the teres minor, okay? So when we go here, when we work this, when she goes, don't lift. That's a lot of work, and you're gonna burn.
Yeah, your shoulders are gonna hurt after a while.
My one Wing Chun instructor, his name is Randy Williams. He used to do this with me when I was pretty green with all this stuff still, and he would go and he would just laugh at me because I'd be like, oh God, and it would burn. And then finally I started to screw it out. He goes, now you're doing it right. I go, you could have told me that and saved me a lot of burning and hurting. And he just giggled and laughed at me. Okay, but when you go here, well, all I do now is I just put it out like that, and you're going to see it's a lot less strain, and you'll get a lot more reps, and you get a lot better at this. You know, more reps, the better you get. So when we go, one, this is lap sao. So now watch this. When I go here, Diana is going to go to wu sao. She goes to wu sao. So when I go, I put my hand up. This is called wu sao. It means protecting hand. Then this creates a, you can hear the wind when you pull it, all right? All right, so when I'm here and we go, just go slow. When I go here, this should pull it and kind of whiplash her, okay? So you do it to me, there. All right, now, this is what you want. See how I release it? Now, when we go, when I pull it, I release and come back to wu sao. I do not do this, pull. I don't do this. I don't want two hands, because she'll just grab with this hand and she goes to lap sao and she's going to trap and hit me. You see it? Why do I need two hands to block one arm? I shouldn't need that. If she's pulling it down, this hand should be up protecting. When she pulls down, this one should be up protecting. That's what the wu sao, the protecting hand's for. If this arm failed, it picks it up. If this arm doesn't fail, it doesn't go until I'm ready to attack. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so this is lap sao cycle. So on the low position, I relax the hand. High position, I strike. Remember, we're butting forearms right now. We try to condition the forearms. They said when Bruce Lee used to train, he used to sit there and hit all the time, bang on everything. I hear stories about his mother yelling because he'd be on the front room table or the kitchen table just banging his forearm into it to toughen it and condition it. We do this. There are two ways that I was taught to do this, but this is the way I prefer to do it. So one is right now we go bang, and then she will place it like that. So we're just beating our forearms. Another way is they stay like there's a bolt between us, and you stay connected like this. You see it? Okay. I prefer conditioning. Okay? So that's the lap sao cycle. All right? I'm just going to roll a little bit. Okay, freeze. Let's do the other side. Okay, lap sao cycle. Okay, so now moving on with the lap sao cycle, I'm going to add a little bit to it. All right, so now we're gonna show you how to transfer from left to right side or right to left depending on which person you are.
Yeah.
All right, so Diana starts the lap sao cycle. She gets the bong sao up, and then the wu sao is there waiting. It doesn't go right away. All right, so once I feel Diana grab, I grab. This is called a lap sao switch in the lap sao cycle, okay? So when I feel her grab, I grab. The same thing with Diana. When she feels me grab, she can grab my grabbing hand and then punch me the other way. Now, I should train to keep the bong sao up. If I didn't, if we were going here, and if she grabbed my hand, and if I didn't, she's gonna get the hit. Do you see it? So when we go, she grabs my hand, and then I transfer over. See how I'm in bong sao? So then we just start on the opposite hand. So again, when I grab her, she grabs me, pulls, I stay in bong sao, wu sao, and then we lap sao.
And then I grab.
That's it.
I grab again.
That's it. So she grabs my grabbing hand. I grab, she grabs it.
Grab.
And then she transfers it over. It's almost like I go to steal, and she steals it right back.
Turn.
Do you see it? Okay, so that's lap switch in the lap sao cycle. Now we're gonna go chung choi, which is, or I'll just say cross, okay? Meaning the lead hand's up here, the rear hand I'm calling the cross. Okay, so from the lap sao, I am gonna go high. So when I go high, all Diana does is she discards my arm and bong saos, and then picks it up on the opposite side. So I just go right there. That's it. Do you see it? So when I'm going, I'm freezing it right now. And then I just punch. She bong saos and then goes to the lap sao. So when we're here, I just punch. I just punch and I go to lap sao. So I just punch, lap sao. Punch, lap sao. We'll slow it down a little bit. Good. So that's just punch across, she goes to lap sao. That's the high line. Now let me show the low line. So when we're going,
Just like punch to the gut.
I'm going to punch right to the body. Now, I don't want you to hook it or chop it out. I want you to think more of like a Western boxer. So when I go, she'll discard my arm right here, and she's just going to drop her elbow in, and she punches up. I roll up into bong sao. So like if a body puncher,
Left,
whatever,
left, right.
right there. So that's all I want you to do, just like a boxer would do. Is you put that in there, and then you would punch forward. Okay, so out of the drill, I just punch low. She punches, and I'm taught. I want to get that cohesion. Once we're here and I hit, when she starts to come up, I don't want it to break free and hit. When she goes here, I stay to it. I adhere to her arm, and then we continue on. So right there, she adheres, and then we go. One, there. Down, up. 1, 2. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Real slow. Drop. See how I roll and I bong. Okay? Or if I go high, she bongs and then she lops. Bong sao. Drop, I bong sao. So if I go low,
Oops, sorry. That's okay. And we start over again.
Okay. So if I go low or high, doesn't matter. High, low, low. Okay, so that's the putting the chung choi in or the crossing. Okay, now we're going to go into the Seung Pak or double Pak Sao cycle. Seung means two. All right, so she's going to punch forward. When she punches, I go here. Now the whole idea with this, another controversial move with a lot of people, they're saying, what is it? It's garbage. It's no good. I Disagree as usual. I go here, see if this were her face, that's where the thumb can gouge. So right here, if I go like that to see, you get the wipe of the eye. It's not sport what we're doing. This is more street fighting. See, the second thing that they go for is they try to palm the ear or the side of the face, good into the face. Okay. The one other thing you might want to go for is they just kind of shoot the hand into the throat. It could be any one of them, eye gouge, palm of the face, or to the throat. Diana doesn't like it when I do that to her, so she will stop me, and then she returns what we call sut sao, and that's just a backhand, like almost like a back chop, okay? So we go 1, she stops, and then she cuts back into my throat. So do it fast. That's it, okay? I don't like it when she does that to me, so I repeat it on the other side.
And then I come back.
So let's go slow with it. 1, 2.
I come back.
1, 2.
And I come back again from the inside.
So 1, 2. 1, 2. So this is why they call it seong pak or double pak, because I do it 2 times. Then she stops it, she comes back.
On inside, come back.
Now, we are training equal, left and right. We're picking no favorite now. That's the beauty of this, is you get proficient on both sides. You don't just train one side. Okay, we're getting sloppy. Let's slow it down a little. Okay, good. That's it. Let's slow down. Okay, so now let's look at switching this now, okay? So we're gonna go 1, 2, Diana comes in.
Inside.
So as we're going with this drill, when Diana goes, I could track it back with my hand. So satsa, right here. So when she comes off me, I just track it and misguide it. Now I go back at her. Okay, so from the drill, 1, 2, she comes back at me, I track it back and I go back at Diana.
That's his intention.
Okay, so one more time. 1, 2. She doesn't like this happening, so she's going to pick it up
I get to play the same game.
with the double pak. So now I'm on the inside. Now I'm taking most of the abuse, the double slap, which she's really trying to put some pain on me. Okay? Okay, so when Diana's tired of abusing me, she tracks me back. Then she comes back at me and it throws me to the outside. Remember, this is just a drill. I'm not gonna say, you wanna fight? Come on, you wanna fight? That's not the idea behind this, is I just go here and we just get used to it. We try to go for cadence, timing, okay?
Sensitivity, tactile sensitivity.
So she will track me back when she's tired of being where she's at.
Okay.
There you go. And then I go on the inside. So I track it, and then she goes.
You can slow down again.
When she's tired of it, she tracks it, and then I go. Helps to lean a little bit. If I just try to stay here like that, you're going to see it feels very jammed.
Yeah.
So when she goes, I kind of lean out a little bit. All right. I always think of the eye. For me, I like the eye wipe. You know, you think about it, and both eyes shut. It's pretty good to go like that and just wipe the person's eye. All right? Don't wipe your eye in training, okay?
Yeah.
Go.
Partner won't like that.
Okay, and then one more switch. You see it? I'm slowing it down deliberately so you can see it. I go left, right, then she slaps and I transfer right, left. When I want to switch, she slaps and she comes back. This time I don't slap it, I track it. Then I go back.
Protect. And I play his game.
Slow. Slow. That's it, okay? That's the double Pak Sao cycle. Okay, so now you got the Lop Sao cycle and the Pak Sao cycle, the double Pak Sao cycle. We're gonna put those together. So the way we do that is, let's start off with the Lop Sao cycle. Now you've already been taught this, so we're going slow with it. Now, instead of grabbing here, I'm going to slap it off here, and I want to come back at her, okay? So let me do that. Let me get away with it.
Okay.
That's it. Let me get away with it.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't make me get away with
All right,
things.
so right there. That's what I'm looking for. So if we go here, it goes like that. So think about this. If Diana punches, and if I go like that and she grabs it, and she could come right back with the set sao. So instead of if she punches and if I go here and her grabbing it and coming back through here, her option could be when she punches, she might just slap it off on the inside and come back. That's the objective. So we put it in a drill form to avoid having to take all the punishment of getting hit every time, or making it just so static to where it's like 1 rep, stop, 2 reps, stop. Over and over and over, it gets a little, this way, you
Keeps
make
it
it
more alive.
Yeah, it makes it a game. It makes it fun. And if it's fun, you're going to do more reps and you're going to keep going. Instead of it being just a static little drill to where you're just going to get tired of it. So when we're going from the lop sao cycle, I can come in on the inside slap, and now she goes
And then return to this game, the double pak sao.
to the double pak sao cycle. Now, when Diana gets tired of the double pak sao cycle, she just goes in with the BUG. I have to raise my bong sao, and it returns us to the lop sao cycle. Now, we just did that really short, but normally we'd sit there and we'd play with this for a while.
Right.
And then I would talk to her for a little bit. Hey, what'd you do yesterday? Whatever. Doesn't matter, just as long as we're getting those reps in. And then I go here and we go, let's go here for a little while.
Yeah.
And then we would just run this drill. And
I would
then
say,
when
"I'm
she's
getting
tired of
tired."
it, then we just go back right to the lop sao cycle. So that's kind of like marrying the two. All right, 1, see, that puts us into it. We could still do all the switches, right? She can track me back please. And then I could switch sides, right? I can BUG, put us into lop sao. I could punch low, she can still
Marrying
go.
all those
I
things
can
that went
go
over.
high, see it? Then I can go back to the pak sao cycle. So it doesn't matter which one you do.
And
Okay?
you'll develop a sensitivity. You'll be able to pick this up. It's almost like, again, like riding a bike. You'd
Right.
be surprised. Again, you just ingrain this, and it becomes part of your muscle memory. And you'd be surprised what things come out of you instinctively.
Right, and there's going to be mess ups. You're going to go, oh, got it. Oh, what do we do to cure it? And then you solve the problem. You know, a JKD man looks for solutions outside the box. You're not going to just stay with the answers that you've got. You're supposed to, you're taught to be a perpetual student, to always look at everything that's out there. We try not, we're not supposed to put down other arts. We want to join them and bring them in and kind of make that our own. Everybody's got something to offer. That's the way we look at it.
So we always train with an open mind.
Yeah, everything we're doing here, some people might look at it and say, this is from Wing Chun. Other people might say, no, that's from praying mantis. It doesn't matter. It's from everything. Whatever we got, you know, it's like being the ultimate thief. We're stealing a little bit from everybody, and we just want to put together a really good system.
It's like the saying, in primary, freedom one utilizes always and is bound by none.
That's right. So join the lop sao and the pak sao cycle. Okay, now the next section we're going to go into is just a single pak. All right, so what this is pak means slap. We're just going to, how about we just join? Make it easy. Let's just join.
Okay.
All right, so she's going to pak sao. I will block. I pass center line, which we've already talked about.
And I
She's
wedge
going
up.
to wedge, or we
trap
say
the arm.
buji, right there. So I go past. See, this is really, we're saying a wedge right now. It can be the
Yeah,
eye
eye.
jab. So when I block, if the line is open, she takes the eye. If it fails because I put that barrier or I didn't move it enough, she pak saos, and then buji, pak sao, buji. That's it. So we just turn this into a drill.
Another game.
Again, we're practicing left hand
And
right
right
hand
hand.
equally. There's no favorite, so you become very proficient on both sides. That's it. And as they get better, pick up the pace. Okay, slow it down so they can see it. That's it. So it's pak sao,
So-
buji, pak sao, buji, pak sao, buji. We just say pak sao cycle, but the buji is in there because after a while, it's important for the student to remember when you're going with this drill that you are trying to get that eye
Yeah.
jab. But if it fails because the barrier's in the way, we trap and hit.
But I must, one other thing, one other note actually, when I, go ahead. What I do is for safety reasons, though, I don't go because just to protect my partner, I keep this up, my fingers up.
We've had students who have
Yeah.
boinked each other.
Yeah.
So, just
So
watch
again,
out.
that's what I'm doing for safety reasons to protect Ron. I come up, now hit.
But it's important to know that that is
That's
a weapon.
what that means, right?
There is a weapon there, and we're just not employing it right now. So just for safety reasons, you don't need to put the fingers at the eye, but just know that it's there. Okay, that's the Pak Sao cycle. Okay, the next one, now you got the Pak Sao cycle, now we're gonna go to the Lap Pak. So it's basically the same thing, except she prefixes it with the Lap Sao, then she goes to the Pak Sao. Okay, do it again, Lap Sao, Lap Pak. I block it. She Bujis, Lap Sao, Pak Sao. Buji, Lap Pak. Lap Pak, Lap Pak.
Going slow. Sorry, babe.
It's okay, go. And slow down. Okay, so to start to close it up, it's Lap Sao, Pak Sao. Now, if she doesn't feel the Pak Sao is there, that's why she would take the Lap Sao first. What I mean by that is, if she goes Pak Sao, if she comes through with the Buji, she has two choices. She can Pak Sao, or she can Lap Sao. We're doing both for you. The first drill was just straight Pak Sao through. This one went from the Pak Sao, Buji, Lap Sao, Pak Sao. Then she just continues with the Lap Sao, Pak Sao. So this is our second half of the drill.
Right.
Lap and Pak. Okay, so Lap Sao and then Pak Sao. Okay, so that's what I wanted you to see within this trapping tape. Now, we're going to incorporate it into focus mid training. Okay, I want to go into focus mid trapping now. So now we're using the mitts right here. What I want to do is, first, I want to analyze this for you a little bit. Now, right now, if I were to punch Joe, and if I were to have my hand on his face, I want you to think of blocking. All right, what way would he block it? Like, put your fist on my face. Right here. Don't block down, all right? You're going to see what I mean for this. It'll all make sense in a second. When I'm here, for this drill, I want you to knock the hand off, all right? Obviously, if he threw the punch and it hit, I'm going to block it off me. I would not block it down into me, okay? So the same thing with this. When I cross, I envision I am hitting him straight in the face. Now, if I were to hit Joe in the face, and if he were to block it or knock it off, he would not do this. This is the thing that I want to stress right now. The reason I'm bringing this out, it'll make more sense in a little bit, but when I punch, he would usually knock the mitt off or knock my hand off his face right there, and he'd knock it off. This is where we go into Lap Sao, like I've already taught. I grab, and this would backhand. So if I hit the mitt, see where he puts the block? It's going to be right there. He doesn't want that on his face. He might even catch it early before it meets it. It's okay. It's still going to go with the drill. But one, then I am going to grab and I backhand. Okay, one more time. Cross, lop, and hit. More. Right there. So I cross, he blocks. This hand comes from underneath. I grab, pull, and punch. Lap Sao is pulling hand. So one, and then two. So I cross, Lap Sao. Okay, so now I'm going to prefix a little bit. I'm going to add a little to it. I'm going to go cross, hook, cross, and then he will block it. And then I'm going to Lap Sao, and then come right out of it. 1, 2, 3, Lap Sao. 1, 2, 3, Lap Sao. That's the Lap Sao. So watch. I go 1, 2, 3, and then Lap Sao. Now, after that's done and you're feeling comfortable with it, I want you to go cross, hook, cross, Lap Sao, hook, cross, hook. Do you see it? So I go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So slowly. Cross, hook, cross, Lap Sao, hook, cross, hook. 1, 2, 3, lop, hook, cross, hook. So just start medium speed. When you're going with your partner, just start slow. So go again. Pick up the pace as you start to feel more comfortable. And then after you get used to it, just pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. So that's basically it for the first part. Cross, hook, cross. Lopsal, hook, cross, hook is the end result. Start off, don't start off with everything. You're gonna start off real slow. First punch, and then lop. All right, then you're gonna prefix it. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. Then you're gonna go 1, 2, and do the full half. All right? Okay, that's Lopsal with the focus mitts. Okay, now the next one is called Wampak Byuji. Wampak means to like parry, like punch. That's Wampak. Byuji is an eye jab. Okay, so we do it together. Do it with the rear hand. That's it right there. So go with my face. I go right here. So if he were to jab and cross, that goes right in here. So this hand slowly with the rear hand parries, and that shoots with the eye jab. For drill's sake, obviously, you don't eye jab your partner. Just be careful, be aware of what's coming on. So when he goes here, I'm just gonna shoot it in, okay? So we're gonna go right here. I'm gonna hook, and he's gonna punch right here. So the hand that hooks picks up, turns into the eye jab. So it's like after the hook goes, it shoots back with an eye jab. The way I like to envision it, we're just gonna put his hands here because he has the mitts. If I went to hit Joe and he either bob and weave or swayed back, and then he punches, that's where the eye jab would go. Do you see it? So you do it with your hands now, Joe? So if I go here, this could come out. Do you see it? All right, so just the cross goes right in. See it? Pretty simple. We're gonna go from the hook and then eye jab. So hook, eye jab. One more time, hook, eye jab. That's Wampak Byuji. Okay, punch again. Parry a little bit, like go right for my chin. Fast. That's all I want. Then I add the eye. You see it? That just shoots right in here. All right, so we're gonna go. Hook it, eye jab. First part of the drill. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Second part of the drill. I'm gonna go prefix it with a hook, a cross, a hook, and then I put that in. So I hook, cross, hook, eye jab. Hook, cross, hook, eye. Hook, cross, hook, eye jab. Hook, cross, hook, eye jab. Real slow. I go hook, cross, hook, eye. Okay, hook, cross, hook, eye jab. Okay, again, at speed. You see it? So now that's the second part, is we go with the hook, the cross, the hook, and the eye jab. Third part, we ended. 1, 2, 3, Wampak Byuji, cross, hook, cross. Okay? So you go hook, cross, hook, cross, hook, cross. Hook, cross, hook. All right? So slowly, hook, cross, hook, Wampak Byuji, follow it back in with the cross, hook, cross. Slowly, left hook, right cross, left hook. Right hand parries, left hand eye jabs. Then follow back with the right hand, right hand. That's it. So slowly again. Hook, cross, hook. Wampak Byuji, cross, hook, cross. Hook, cross, hook. Wampak Byuji, cross, hook, cross. That's it. That's the Wampak BUG. Okay, so now that we have the first half, which went cross, hook, cross to the lop sao, hook, cross, hook. Then we had the second half was hook, cross, hook. Wampak BUG, cross, hook, cross. We marry them together. We're going to join them. Okay, so we're going to start off with a cross, a hook, a cross. He blocks. I lop sao and hit. Hook, cross, hook. He punches me. Wampak BUG. Cross, hook, cross. He blocks. Hook, cross, hook. I block. 1, 2, 3. Lop sao. Hook, cross, hook. Wampak BUG. 1, 2, 3. Lop, hook, cross, hook. So you just kind of drill it. What I usually have students do again is, like I'll say, you're going to do a 3-minute round. You're going to start first minute slow. All right. Second minute, you pick up the pace. And third minute, go, 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 go. I just make everybody rush it out. All right. So we just start off. That's it. So we're going to go cross, hook, cross, lop sao, hook, cross, hook, wampak, cross, hook, cross, back to the lop sao, and then you just keep drilling it. That's it. Okay, that's the lop sao and Wampak BUG drills put together. Okay, this is the end of this program. Now, this is not everything within the JKD curriculum on trapping, but it's a good base. It gives you a good idea of what to do. We're going to have other programs on this that you can see if you want to go a little bit further within it. But just remember, just keep drilling it.
Yeah, take your time to, don't muscle the material, go at your own pace. It's better that you take your time with the material and ingrain it into your muscle memory. And trust me, it will come out naturally the more reps you put into this.
Okay. Good luck training.
And keep an open mind. Take care.